When we picture Vikings, we often imagine fierce raiders in horned helmets, but this overlooks their true genius, survival. The real story of the Vikings is not just about conquest or battle, but about their remarkable ability to adapt and endure. They were farmers, explorers, and settlers who thrived in some of the harshest environments on Earth. Their lives depended on reading the land, understanding the seasons, and making the most of every opportunity nature provided. Their success was built on a deep, practical understanding of the natural world. They observed animal behavior, tracked weather patterns, and learned to work with the land rather than against it. Long, dark winters and short, intense summers shaped their daily lives. The changing seasons demanded constant preparation and flexibility. Every resource, tree, stone, animal was used with ingenuity and respect. Nothing was wasted and everything had a purpose, from the smallest bone to the largest tree. Their ability to transform raw materials into tools, shelter, and food was the real foundation of their resilience. Through skilled craftsmanship, they turned the ordinary into the essential. This story is about practical skills, not just plunder. It's about the quiet mastery of daily survival, passed down through generations. We'll step inside the longhouse, explore their use of fire and stone, and see how their diet and preservation methods were woven into daily life. These skills were the backbone of their communities. These were ordinary people with extraordinary knowledge, honed over generations. Their wisdom was practical, hard-earned, and essential for survival. Their methods, born of necessity, remain relevant to bushcraft and survival today. Modern adventurers and survivalists still draw inspiration from Viking ingenuity. By stripping away modern convenience, we can appreciate the simple, effective solutions the Vikings developed. Their legacy lives on in the tools and techniques we still use today. Let's delve into the practical wisdom that defined the Viking Age and discover what we can learn from these masters of the northern wilds. The Viking longhouse was the heart of family and community life. At its center, the hearth provided warmth, light, and a place to gather during long winters. Smoke from the fire drifted through the hall. Curing meats and fish hung above, preserving food for the harsh months ahead. Large cauldrons simmered over the flames, turning simple ingredients into nourishing stews and broths. The hearth was a versatile cooking station, used for roasting, baking, and boiling. Beyond its practical uses, it was where stories were shared and bonds were forged. The hearth was the social and functional nucleus of Viking society. Metal was precious, so Vikings mastered stone boiling, heating stones in fire, then dropping them into liquid to cook food. They chose dense, non-porous stones, like granite, to avoid dangerous explosions. This knowledge of geology was essential for safety and efficiency. Stone boiling allowed them to cook in wooden troughs, baskets, or even lined pits, no metal pot required. Hot stones brought water or stew to a rolling boil, swapped out as they cooled. This method was vital for hunters and settlers with limited resources. It's a testament to their problem-solving, turning rocks into essential cooking tools. Stone boiling shows how understanding nature lets you thrive without modern technology. The Viking diet reflected their land and seasons, practical, varied, and opportunistic. They adapted to the harsh climates and made the most of what was available. Barley, oats, and rye were staples, made into bread or hearty porridge. These grains were resilient and could be stored for long periods. Animal protein came from livestock and wild game. Nothing was wasted. Every part of the animal was utilized, from meat to bones. Coastal Vikings relied on fish and marine mammals, while inland communities hunted deer and boar. This diversity in diet helped them thrive in different environments. Cooking techniques included earth ovens, pits lined with hot stones where meat cooked slowly under turf. This method preserved moisture and flavor. Preserving food was crucial. Drying, salting, smoking, and fermenting kept supplies through winter. These methods ensured they had sustenance year-round. Fish and meat were dried on racks or salted for storage. This prevented spoilage and extended the food's shelf life. Milk became butter, cheese, and skyr, lasting far longer than fresh milk. These dairy products were essential for their diet. Every part of an animal was used, from blood sausages to bone broths. This resourcefulness minimized waste and maximized nutrition. These methods ensured survival when fresh food was scarce. Proper storage techniques were vital during the long, harsh winters. Food preservation was a matter of life and death. Without it, communities would struggle to survive the colder months. The Vikings' resourcefulness in securing sustenance was key to their endurance. Their innovative methods were passed down through generations. Their diet and preservation skills were woven into the fabric of daily life. These practices were essential for their survival and prosperity. Viking feasts were more than celebrations. They were displays of power and leadership. Hosting a feast showed a chieftain's ability to provide, securing loyalty and forging alliances. Sharing food and drink created strong social bonds and obligations. Feasts were where marriages were arranged and political strategies discussed. The logistics required planning and resource management, proving a leader's competence. Cooking pits and cauldrons became instruments of power, not just sustenance. The ability to feed a community was central to Viking leadership and survival. The Viking Age may be gone, but its lessons in preparedness endure, echoing through the centuries and shaping how we think about survival even today. Survival depended on foresight. Preserving summer's bounty for winter was essential. Every harvest was carefully stored, and nothing was wasted, as the cold months could be unforgiving. Their view of nature was practical. Forests meant timber, fuel, and food. The land was both a challenge and a resource, demanding respect and ingenuity. This detailed knowledge, passed down through generations, is the essence of bushcraft. Skills were taught from a young age, ensuring each new generation could thrive. Self-sufficiency was expected. Every household needed the skills to provide for itself. From farming to crafting, daily life demanded resourcefulness and cooperation. This fostered resilience and adaptability in the face of hardship. Working together, families and communities could withstand even the harshest winters. Life was often brutal, but their achievements were remarkable. Their ships, tools, and settlements reveal a people who mastered their environment. Their survival skills were daily necessities, not hobbies. Every task, from spinning wool to chopping wood, was vital for the community's well-being. True resilience came from overcoming adversity with knowledge and preparation. Facing the unknown, they relied on skill, planning, and unity. The Vikings' legacy is a testament to the strength found in practical wisdom. Their artifacts and stories inspire us to value hands-on knowledge. Their story reminds us that comfort doesn't breed resilience. Adversity does. It is through struggle that true character and strength are forged. Their preparedness is a model for facing challenges today, encouraging us to learn from the past and be ready for whatever the future may bring. Modern convenience often disconnects us from the basics of survival. Viking longhouse lessons offer a remedy: cooking from scratch, preserving food, and creative problem-solving. Stone boiling teaches us to use what's available, not just what's ideal. This mindset is invaluable, whether camping or facing a power outage. The feast reminds us of the power of community and shared resources. Building strong bonds and sharing skills makes us more resilient. Practical, hands-on knowledge, gardening, woodworking, first aid, recaptures Viking self-reliance. These skills build confidence and reduce dependence on fragile systems. Viking life was defined by necessity, not choice. Survival was a daily struggle. Their skills were forged in hardship, making their achievements all the more impressive. Knowledge was passed down through action and tradition, not books. Their technologies, hearth, hot stones, drying racks, underpinned their civilization. The strategic feast bound communities as surely as iron joined metal. Viking society was built on managing fire, stone, food, and people. Their resilience came from practical skills, planning, and self-reliance. In their story we find timeless lessons on preparedness, community, and our connection to the world.